Welcome. In this video, we take on Scenario 3 of Dice Throne Adventures. So down at the table for setup, got our Barbarian ready to go. Our 4 Scenario 3 cards here. Give them a quick shuffle, and we'll just go with this one. So this is the map we need to go, starting with 35 health and 15 gold. So I've got that set. The King's Hand token, starting tokens shown on the minions. Max tokens used per turn is 1, and success rolls on 4 to 6. Our solve tokens, which we start with 0, we used them all up last time. Heal 3 plus 1 per portal shard. And so we'll start building our map here. So we are getting 3 level 1s. And position them over here. I've got a little bit more room to spread it out. And we're going to have 6 level 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 3 go along the bottom edge, 2 that direction, and 1 up top. And we have 2 level 3s. So 1 goes right here and there, and 1 level 4. And we need to get to that space. So fortunately, got some healing starting right out of the bat there. Then for loot, level 3, level 2, and a level 1. And the shards we need to collect. So there's our setup. So we're ready to get started with this portal crawl. Hopefully we can get our victory. Shopping is the same for both. Just if we are defeated, we will increase our souls by 3, but we'd like to advance to the next scenario. All right, so moving forward. We get a gift. We go up a CP. All heroes choose and discard half their cards rounded up, then draw 3. Well, I guess before we start that, we need to start 4 cards in our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're discarding 2 and drawing 3. So we've got Get Some, Triple Up, Bye-Bye, and Thick Skin. That's definitely a keeper. And out of those, removing status effects is always good, so we'll discard those 2. Drawing into Generous 2, Better D, and Try Again. Then level 1 minion. So we, hold this in the right direction. The Goblin Enchanter, starting with 10 health, 1 CP. So if he gets that, deal 4 undefendable damage. Your opponent discards 1 card randomly. That's not good, because we know which one it's probably going to be, her Thick Skin. And on defense, rolling 3 dice, possibly hurt us, and possibly inflict poison. That doesn't sound good. All right, so our turn order. Upkeep phase, nothing to do. Income, we gain a CP and draw a card. And to Reckless 2. We're going to go ahead and spend 3 to put in our Thick Skin, so we got a better chance of healing and removing or not getting a status effect. And we're going to play this to distribute 3 CP among our heroes, so we're going to get all 3 of that. So back up to 4. Then we're going to spend 2 to bring out our Better Large Straight. So it was deal 15 damage and receive 4. So now it goes up to 20 and we receive 5. And I think we're done there. So on to combat. We'll go ahead and bring that down. Bring in his stats there. And we'll see if we can get another PAL symbol. Nope. So I'll keep that just in case. All right. So dealing 6 damage, but he will get to defend. Rolling 3 dice. And he's dealing us a damage. And we get poisoned. So for poison, negative status effect. Player afflicted with this token is dealt 1 damage per poison token during their upkeep phase of their turn, and it's persistent. But our 6 damage goes through, down to 4. So we went through our main phase, offensive, defensive rolls, our main phase again. We're going to say bye-bye, removing a status effect from a chosen player, spending 2 to get rid of poison. And end our turn on to the enchanter. So once again, they skip their upkeep and income main. Basically, they're just doing the roll phase. And he's looking for a white, 2 yellows, and a red. So there's the white and 2 yellows. And did not make it. And he's got no special abilities that lets him do anything if he doesn't make it. So back to our turn. We're trying for this undefendable damage thing again. Didn't get it. Ooh, messed that up. Forgot, starting our turn, we did get a CP and draw a card. And that was just bad playing on my part. So nothing happens. Goes over to his turn again. So white, 1 yellow. Second yellow. And he didn't make it. So back to our turn. I'll go in the right order this time. Combat point. Draw a card. We will go ahead and put this in for 2. And that basically takes us from 4, 5, and 6 to 5, 6, and 7 for healing. And we've got a 3 of a kind possibility. Roll our dice. Guess we're meant for that. So 6 damage going in. He does get to defend. And dealing us a damage, and we get poisoned. But we defeated him. So I guess that's a good part. Then we get our level 1 loot. So break out our D20. Got a 13, which gets us a gold. So up to 16. So next, we'll move down to the Lonely Shrine. You may play an ability upgrade card from your hand that costs 2 CP or less for free. We don't have any in our hand. But we do get a new friend. That's going to be a lizard man that likes to chomp. So 15 health and 2 CP. It's got a chomp ability. Rolling a die, deal damage equal to the roll value and inflict knockdown. Not good. And then he's got a defensive roll to deal more damage to us. So for our upkeep phase, we take a damage. Then gain a CP and draw a card. remove all status effect tokens from a chosen player. That seems good. So we're going to spend this for money to get 2 CP. Then we're going to spend those 2 to remove our status effect. Then we're ready to attack. Oh, we got a 3, 4, and 5. So we see if we can get a 2 or a 6 in here. There's her 6. All right. So let's see, 9 damage going in. 1 defensive roll. And he's doing 2 damage back to us. He goes down to 6. Then for his turn, trying to chomp us. 2 whites and a red. Got it. So he's going to roll 1 die. He's doing 3 damage to us. And possibly inflicting knockdown. If we roll 2 life symbols, we can prevent that. We didn't. But we are healing 2, so we take 1 damage. Down to 29. So with knockdown, move this, we need to spend 2 CP before our offensive roll phase. And it's tokens like this is why they start with some CP. So for our turn, we gain a CP. We draw a card. Ooh, that's a good one too. So we're going to spend a card to gain a CP, then spend 2 to remove knockdown. These tokens are not doing us well. So off to attack. See what happens with our next roll. Even though we do almost have a small straight, we'll keep with that. And roll again. All right, so we've got overpower, rolling 3 dice, deal damage equal to that. If we do at least 14, it gets concussion, which for the minions really doesn't do anything. So 6 damage, just barely enough to defeat him, but he does get to defend, doing 2 damage to us, and then we defeat him, getting us a level 1 reward, which is going to be +1 CP, which is kind of needed. Especially since now we're going into level 2, so we're going to get a shard along with a mirage. We're going to roll a die and see what happens. Got a 3, so that's going to spawn us a level 2 monster. So we did have a possibility of not getting one. That would have been nice. So bring out the level 2s. And we've got a Wailing Banshee. She likes rolling red and dealing collateral damage. This damage is dealt to all opponents currently engaged with you. If you only have 1 engaged opponent, inflicts silence. So that's probably going to be an issue for us. 12 and 2. So silence prevents us from doing small and large straights, but it does go away at the end of the turn. So we will gain a CP, draw a card into a sturdy blow. And we're going to go ahead and spin 1 to do that. So it takes us from 4 undefendable to 5 undefendable, which I think would be handy against things like this that can roll 2 dice and on a red ignore all damage. So we are ready to attack. Well, looks like we're going for a straight. There's the small, need a 5 for a large. So if it makes defense, dead. If he gets the red, nothing happens. So 2 dice, anything but red. Defended. So since it didn't take any damage, we don't take the 5 damage. And for her turn, 0 reds is good. 1 is kind of okay. 2 is 2 collateral damage, so no defense, we just take 2. So back to our turn, gain a CP. Resilient Shield, we're definitely going to play that, so whenever our defense ability is activated, we prevent 1 damage. But it needs to be activated, so stuff like that, it's not going to do anything for us. Then I'm going to discard a card to take us up to 2, and then spending 2 to upgrade our overpower ability. We got 4 1s with the sword, so I guess that's where we're going. Potential 8 damage going in. And she says, no thanks, ignoring all damage. So for her attack, 0 reds. 0 red. Oh yes, we would have had silent on that last one, but we did a different attack, so it would have went away. Now it's got 1 red, nothing happens. So we're just rolling dice back and forth. So for our turn, we gain a CP. Draw into Transference. Transfer a status effect from one player to another. I think we'll just take what we got. Heal 2 and 2 undefendable. Down to 10. Then for the Banshee's turn, 0 reds, 2 reds, and 3 reds, which is 3 damage. It's down to 24 and no straights. So gain a CP. This battle's going too long. One more time. May perform an additional roll attempt. Up to 5 dice for our offensive roll. See if we can get another 6. Nope. So we'll just go for swords. Potential 6 damage. Ooh, actually did it. So down to 4. And retaliate from her. So far, so good. All right, nothing. See if we can finish her off. So another POW would be nice. Nope. Don't want to do nothing. So we'll heal for 2 and 2 undefendable. And back to her. So we're losing that 2 damage back again. Gain a CP. Getting paid. We'll go ahead and play that to get 3 CP. So up to 6. We got 3 of those, which is pretty awesome. but I'm preferring a war cry, so we're going to try that for one roll. Needing a sword. All right, healing for 2. Dealing 2. Takes care of her. We get a level 2 reward, which is going to be an 8. We get to draw 2 cards. Always helpful. So a head bash, and not this time. So moving forward, we get 2 gold, up to 18. Gain a parasite and knockdown. At least we got the money for that. All right, the parasite. During the upkeep phase, if a player inflicted with this token has a positive status effect, they receive 1 damage. Additionally, if they spend a positive status effect to successfully prevent or avoid damage, remove parasite, and they receive 3 damage as an isolated source of undefendable damage. Doesn't say if it's persistent or not, though. And it also doesn't say it goes away after a turn. So I'm guessing it's just going to stay on us till we do something about it, and we get a level 2. So Dark Panther with first strike. So he's going to activate before us, doing a lot of damage, inflicting bleed. So a lot of negative tokens we don't want on us. So 9 health, 4 CP, and first strike. And he wants the white symbols. Dealing 8 damage on a 3 of a kind, inflicts bleed, which he's got. So we'll see if we can defend out of that. Nope. We do prevent 1, so we're just taking 7 down to 19. And bleed. Player afflicted with this token must roll a die during their upkeep phase. On a 1 to 4, take a damage. 5 to 6, remove this token. So it is our upkeep. We don't have any positive effects, so parasite doesn't do anything. Rolling on that. Got a 2, so we take a damage. And income phase. We are going to spend 2. To get rid of the parasite. Spend 2 to get rid of knockdown. Then we're off to our real roll. We could heal 2 and deal 2 undefendable damage, but he's putting too much damage out, so that's not going to last long for us. So we'll just keep those. All right, so 6 potential damage. Defending, inflicting a bleed, which does have a stack limit of 2. We take him down to 3 health. Then he's attacking us. But didn't get the 3 of a kind, which wouldn't matter because we're already maxed out on bleed. So 8 potential damage. And we're healing 2 and defending 1. So we take 5, down to 13. I don't see us making us through this scenario. So for our turn, twice as wild. I guess before that happens, we're bleeding twice. Down to 11. Go for our attack roll. Got So 2, 3, and 4. So we got a small straight dealing 9 damage. So he defends, nothing happens, except he dies. And that is a level 2 reward. So we are getting possible extra 2 damage on something. So we are going to move forward, getting a level 1 bonus to +1. All right, we gain a level 2 treasure. We spawn a level 2 minion, and it gets first strike. So in our loot, 13 gets us 2 gold. So we're up to 20. And he's got first strike anyway. Raging Centaur likes charging. Dealing lots of damage. Active player immediately discards a random positive status effect. May not be spent before it's discarded. Hand defending. Doing knockdown. So 15 health. And 2 CP. So it's 2 whites, 2 yellows, and 1 red. So looking for another yellow. Didn't get it, but he is going to be dealing 4 damage to us. We get to defend. So it's not doing enough damage to us to actually go through us. We're healing 4, taking 4, and prevent 1. So I guess we go up to 12. Discards a random effect. So we'll go low and high for getting rid of one of those. So we lose the +1. And start of our turn, we've got 2 bleeds on us. So down to 10. Gain a CP. Draw into Vegas, baby. Roll a die, gain half the value of CP. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Round it up, so we get 3 up to 8. All right. So our attack roll, we're just going to go with that. So we get to heal 2, going up to 12, deal 2 undefendable damage. We're going to make it 4. Down to 11. Ending our turn. So now he's just looking for a red. Didn't get it, so dealing 5 damage, so we get to defend on. So we're healing 2, blocking 1, end up taking 2. Then back to our turn. Bleeding. All right, get rid of both of them. About time. Gain a CP. Draw a card into a smack. We'll spin 2 to bring that in. So that's upping our damage output from a 4, 6, 8 to a 5, 7, 9. If we get 4 of a kind, it's undefendable. We've got a small straight. I think we're going to try our smackdown, though. Excellent. We got a Yahtzee. So we've got 5 threes. So that's going to be 9 damage, undefendable, down to 2. And he's charging on us, or attempting to. So we got a red, a white, and a yellow. All right, he got his main thing, dealing 6 damage to us. Of course, we don't have any positive effects. We do get to defend. So we're gaining 2, defending 1. So we're taking 3, down to 7 health. And for our turn, we're not bleeding at least. Up to 8. We can draw 2 cards. We'll go ahead and do that. Spending 0. So we've got a Helping Hand and an Adrenal Surge. Since we've got 7 cards, I'll go ahead and play this. Rolling a die. Hopefully you can get our PAL symbol. Yep. Heal 2 and inflict concussion on chosen opponent. So we're up to 9 health. And he's concussed. Which means he skips his income phase, which it doesn't get anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, see if we can do 2 damage to him. I'm hoping for Warcry. Didn't happen, but we're going to try to make it happen anyway. Nope. So we're just going to go with the 5 undefendable damage to defeat him and get our level 2 loot, which is going to be a 14, gets us 2 gold. So we're getting rich. All right, moving on. We got 2 of 3 found. We get a healing token, which we're probably going to need. We gain 2 CP, up to 10. We're going to roll a die. Gain gold equal to the roll value and receive half the value as damage, rounded up. All right. So 26, and we take 2 damage. Money hurts. Then we get a level 4. And this is going to be a problem for us. The Emperor Cobra. 30 health, 8 CP. Venomous Strike, inflict poison, entangle, and bleed. Passive, at the conclusion of your turn, your opponent receives damage for each negative status effect they have. Yikes. And he does get a token. $30. That's a problem. So the first thing we're doing, spending this, it's going to get us, I believe, 5. Yes, 3 plus 1 per portal shard. Yeah, we're going to spend them both. We're going to get 10 health. We're up to 17. We'll gain a CP. Codex 3. Search your deck for any card and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. So we're going to spin 1 for that. I think I want my crit bash, which was on the bottom, which costs 2 CP. Down to 8. All right, and attacking. Oh, we're hoping for a crit bash. Could be a problem. We're going to try again. We'll spend a CP, perform an additional roll attempt. just not meant to be. So we're going to make it anyway. We're going to spin 1. Change the value of one of our dice to a 6. Then we'll spin 3. Change the value of any 2 dice to 6s. Well, we can make it anything. So we can inflict stun and 7 undefendable damage down to 23. Then we remove stunned and roll again. And hope and pray. All right, I guess we're going this route. So we've got a sturdy blow, 5 undefendable damage down to 18. And he's going to go Cobra, looking for 3 yellows. There we go. So we're getting poison, entangle, and a bleed. So no poison and entangle, or bleed. So entangle gets 1 fewer roll attempt during their next roll phase. Stack limit of 1. And then conclusion of the turn. Opponent receives a damage for each negative effect. So we're taking 3 down to 14. So upkeep. Damage from poison. Roll for the bleeding. Oh, it's 2 bleed. So we would have taken another damage there. So 1 hit us, and then the second poison or bleed takes us down to 10. So we gain a CP. So wild. And rolling. Well, we rolled them all. We might as well see what we can get with it. You did get 3 of a kind. May also remove 1 status effect from yourself. Oh, and I rolled 1 too many times, but that didn't matter. So we'll get rid of the poison. And we're healing 6. End our turn. Off to the Cobra. Got what he needed. So we got a poison. These are already at their max limits. End his turn, we're going to take a 4 damage, 1 for each negative effect. Then start of our turn, take 1 for poison. Roll for the 2 bleeding. Down to 9 health. Gain a CP. Got concuss. And our attack. So we'll keep the 2 pals. So we're going to spend 2 CP, taking us down to 3. Change the value of any 1 die. We'll make that a sword so we can heal 2 up to 11. And deal 2 down to 16. And he's trying, yep, he got his thing. So poison can go up to 3. Those are max, so we're going to take 5 damage. So we go down to 6 health. Start of our turn, we're going to take 2 down to 4. Then bleeding. All right, got rid of both of those. Gain a CP. Draw into a smack, which Yes, we can upgrade that for 1 since we already paid 2 for that one. So down to 3. And we're still just rolling twice now. So we'll keep those. So that's going to be 8 damage. Gets to defend, which is going to bleed us. But we got him down to 10. But I think that's it for us. So we'll go through the motions. Didn't get his effect. All right, only got 1, so it's not triggering, so he's going to try harder. 4, 5, or 6. All right, he gets to try again. Got 2 and 3, so we're getting another bleed and a poison. Then, at the conclusion of your turn, your opponent takes a damage for each negative status effect. So we're taking 6, and that will take us down. So we've been defeated. So for our conclusion, we do get to go shopping at least. So 2 common, 2 rares, record a loss on the score sheet, and increase the starting sales by 3. So that's what our campaign sheet's going to look like. So we get -10 down here, and we're going to start the next session, which will be this same scenario again with 3 sols. Our gold gets rounded up to 30. Gonna get all my existing cards out of the way. And all our negative effects. So we're going to get 2 commons to possibly purchase. And 2 rares. So our commons we can buy for 10 each, rares are 15. So here we've got Transference 3, transfer 1 status effect token from a chosen player to another. So I think that's just going to make that cheaper. And Vegas Baby, roll a die, gain 1 CP and half, so that upgrades that one. So these are replacing existing cards we have. Then we have a triple up 2. Paying a CP to draw 3, and a generous, distributing 2 among our heroes. So we currently already have a generous 2, so I don't think I want that one. We already have a double up 2, so that would replace this one. And with 30 gold and with these 15 each, I think we're going to get both of those and upgrade our Vegas Baby and Transference. So like I said, the price here goes from 2 to free. And Vegas Baby goes from rolling a die and getting half rounded up. It's half of the value rounded up plus 1. So we'll get those, add them to our stack. These get removed, and these we're not purchasing. And that concludes our first attempt in scenario 3. As always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. This was brutal with all the negative status effects. Hopefully next round goes a little bit better with 3 healing tokens to start with. So if you like this video, click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.